Greetings, good brother. Thank you for the post. Yeah, we're battling. Most people are battling with this consciousness. But let me tell you how I dealt with this. Namaste. The divine in me honors and respects the divine in you. Okay, so that's the foundation of how and the African greeting Sawubona. Sawubona means I say into you. It is a concept of that brings the African, it brings the humanity together, the frequency and the signal. But what I've encountered is while I'm not battling with being patient and kind and working with our people through their muck and mire because we've dealt with 400 years of trauma, genocide, miseducation. We need to decolonize this African mind. We need to shift our frequency. We need to purge our innermost thoughts in the halls of our minds so that we can reconfigure our reflexive consciousness. Because I've met all the nice people, all the decorated people, all the accolades, all the black power fists, and they always default back to the white brain, back to the decolonized dysfunctions that they've gained out of overexposure to madness and insanity. So I'm not having an issue being patient with my people. I've not had an issue with giving our people grace. I've made an exceptional, intentional, concerted effort to be sure that I give our people the benefit of the doubt. But what I've experienced is that those harms, that genocide, that undecolonized African mind, that dysfunctional behavior that our people have is reflexive. They're not addressing their behavior. So this is why this post shows our sister Nina Simone just, with this sense of exhaustion and like a little bit of, like she's diffusing the frustration in the picture. I've had those days, but my days are based on the fact that you've been given kindness. You've been given joy. If you didn't know how to do it, you received it. And I'm here to tell you that 99.99999% of the time, the dog bites back. We don't even know how to receive good service. We need to be able to give white glove service to each other, to be able to create a softening, loving, and supportive space for ourselves and our people. And I am telling you that I applied it, and I don't get it. In return, the people, they're not even able to be baseline nice. It lasts for about 3 seconds, and then all of a sudden, all the dysfunctions start peeling off. I'm about to post a video. I just posted a video. Check it out with our brother Sean. He's actually giving a whole breakdown on you don't have the consciousness to verbalize the pain and the experiences that we have. Most of us don't have the faculties that dig deeper than the surface. So I'm an intentional relationship person. I'm an intentional frequency person. I'm plugging in. I'm Sawubona, I'm Namaste. The divine in me honors and respects the divine in you. So with that being said, I have an exceptional degree of emotional intelligence beyond just general emotional intelligence, but I'm talking about spiritual and reading frequency and energy and connecting with people, and it causes them to become hostile. Like, it's a reflex where they become. I've had so many bizarre experiences. It's kind of like, wow. And it leaves me to feel, what breaks my heart is that without addressing it specifically, without specifically addressing the nuance in that thing, all the nice people, all the accolades, all the decorated, all the clap it upsons, and all the things, it amounts to absolutely zero, because not a single brick was added to creating an environment where African people have created a safe, loving, and mutually beneficial space that is healthy and reciprocal. We haven't done it. So all those things, if you don't understand the matrix, what it is and how it works, everything else you think you understand will only confuse you. And those are the people that get the rah-rah and the big excitement, because people, especially when they're nice. See, we've replaced being nice and being liked and being like, the lighthearted energy thing with being effective as an African. That's going to get us, because we got to lay bricks, and because we was trapped in here for 400 years. It didn't take me 400 years to unplug. It didn't take me 50 years to unplug. I did it in 22. Point blank, period. What are you doing? And I didn't do that alone. I did that while having other circumstances in life, while moving from state to state, while going to school, while getting education, while fighting in the custody battle, while dealing with my own personal development, while dealing with a relationship, intimacy, while dealing with family healing, family trauma, early childhood trauma. All the things was happening, but it took me 22 years to unpack, to become reprogrammed. And I'm saying it took me 22 years to get the skill. The learning is only like the first 5% of the journey. And then after the learning is the journey of application. Now you have to go out into the world and apply this work and read levels and begin to gain the confidence to be present without getting that tinge that I see grown old men get with all the decorations. If someone comes into space and they heavier or bigger than you, they suddenly get on angst and they don't know how to behave. They just can't be still, and they got this or this behavior. It's weird. It's weird. And this is a reflexive dysfunction. So it's not about patience. It's about our people. And you cannot allow our people, to be comfortable with this behavior, because I don't accept it. Period. Point blank. End of discussion. I got a poem in one of my poetry books, Queen Deferred. I believe it's volume 1. A trail of broken hearts for all the mess that we leave behind because we're not conscious of our behavior. So we're doing things to each other without being consciously aware of it. 2. There's another one, short change. I don't accept short change. If I'm giving you white glove service, you have a very limited amount of time before I need to see reciprocity. If I don't see reciprocity, I'm out, because that says to me you're not conscious. You're not aware. You're not aware of yourself and your behaviors, because your behaviors, namaste and sawabona, your behaviors impact other people in your space. I give grace, but I have a timeline, point blank and period. Because longer than that, read the sister Jamila said a little while ago, giving someone a surplus of something they don't value doesn't mean they're going to value it because you've given them a surplus. It just means that you've given them a value and you've reinforced what? I tell you, African, anything you practice, you get good at. What you've done is reinforce bad behavior. And I had to learn that. It took me 7 years to learn that from a bunch of people. That was a specific faculty that I was tightening up on after my wedding. I had friendships with people that I had my whole heart around them, my whole loving hands and support on these people. Mind you, all the things that's happening in my life. But somehow people always think I got extra space for their foolishness, to support them and to lift them up, because they have all these excuses as to why they can't bootstrap through their own lives. That they need me to then trim off some of all the doing that I have. That I have 6 brains operating and 25 arms and legs and everything, doing all the things, yet still looking like harmony. And it's shocking to people. Like literally, like it's mind-blowing for them to see this. And then they want to come in my space because they have whatever their social behavior, whatever their emotional behavior is, and give me some more stuff to do. And create confusion so that I have a problem that centers them. Listen to me. When you start looking at the metrics of our people, I'm here to tell you, yeah, you can have patience, but you need to make sure you got some boundaries in place. Because I'm here to tell you that the disease that we have will continue until they literally suck the life from you. And because we're so immature in our consciousness and in our awareness, I don't care what crown they're wearing. I don't care what department they're in. I don't care, African. None of those things matter. If you don't understand white supremacy, what it is and how it works, everything else you think you know will only confuse you. Those things only serve the matrix. The matrix is a very twisted and dysfunctional group of systems that interwork together to create a particular outcome for a particular people. Period. And all the people within it and all the systems within it and all the places within it only serve that end. That's it. So wherever you find yourself on the board, you have no power as long as you're still on the board. Because nobody should have you on the board, African. We're talking about self-agency and self-advocacy, sovereignty for the human, in service to others as you honor yourself. So yeah, we got patience for our people, but it's a learning journey. And I just said a whole lot that's literally a whole lot. And I'm just saying to you, I know that it can be done. It's possible because I've done it, and I am the sum total of the work. I have completed the work. That means that if I've done the work, that I can seed and sow into you, and that I can give into love and care and compassion through your journey. But I need to see the work. I need to see the application. I need to see the process. I need to see, because when you're in process and in progress, it can be readily identifiable. So sitting in the confusion and sitting in all the stories and all the things that don't work and all the excuses or what have you, I hear you, the circumstances, but the consciousness is unplugged from the matrix. These circumstances are only move them around the board. Keep them moving. That's it. Neo, keep moving. Keep moving. You cannot get stuck. You cannot have that be your bottom line, because I've had more challenges than 25 people in a room together, and I still made it happen within 22 years. You can do it too.